Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll see how to use specialized processes with Document AI. So before starting the lab, let's go through the overview. Document AI is a document understanding solution that takes unstructured data like documents, emails, invoices, forms, and makes the data easier to understand, analyze, and consume. The API provides structure through content classification, entity extraction, advanced searching, and more. In this lab, you will learn how to use Document AI specialized processes to classify and parse specialized documents with Python. For the parsing and entity extraction, you will use an invoice as an example. This procedure and example code will work with any specialized document supported by Document AI. So in this lab, we will extract schematized entities using specialized processes. So let's start the lab. Now we have logged into the console. So in task 1, we need to enable the Document AI API. So before we use any service in GCP, we have to enable that service API. Let's activate Cloud Shell. So once you activate the Cloud Shell, we need to execute this command gcloud services enable, and this is the service API name. So let's copy this, execute it here. Now this is successful. So for Python, we have to install pandas. It's an open source data analysis library for Python. So this is one of the prerequisite. So to install pandas, we will be using this pip command, pip3 install -- upgrade followed by the pandas. So this will install the required pandas package. So let's execute this command. So now it's downloading pandas. So now it has successfully installed pandas. Next we need to install Python client libraries for Document AI. So for that we have to execute this pip command followed by this library name. Copy this. So now it's installing the required package. So it has installed this Google Cloud Document 3.2.0 version. So we have enabled the Document AI API and installed the required dependency packages. In task 2, we will create a form parser processor. First, we need to create a form parser processor instance to use in the Document AI platform. So for that, so here under navigation menu, so you need to click on this view all products. It will be on bottom down. So you need to click on this. So here you need to scroll down and search for artificial intelligence. So here we need to select Document AI. Artificial intelligence, you need to select this Document AI. So these are different services available in artificial intelligence, and we will be using this Document AI. So here you need to click on this. So when we click on Document AI, it will bring us to this dashboard. Here you need to click on Explore Processes. Under type we have this specialized. Click on specialized. So you can see invoice parser. So once you click on specialized, you will get this, and you need to select this invoice parser and click on create processor. So the processor name, so this should be the name. So the region, you can select the one which is closest to you. So next you can click on create. And this processor ID, copy this processor ID to a notepad. So later we will be using this ID. So now we have done, we had created a processor. You can click on check my progress. So now this is complete. Next we will download sample documents. So these are the sample forms which is stored in Google Cloud Storage bucket, and we will be downloading this sample forms onto the Cloud Shell. So we will be downloading it to the current working directory. So this is a Cloud Shell. So you can see this is the student home directory, and if I do ls, there is nothing inside this home directory now. And now we will be downloading these forms to that location. So let's copy this, execute it here. So if we do ls, so now we can see PDF files in this location. We have downloaded this PDF from this cloud storage bucket. Next, in task 3, we will extract the entities. Now you can extract the schematized entities from the files, including confidence scores, properties, and normalized values. The code for making the API request is identical to the previous step, and it can be done with online or batch request. You will access the following information from the entities: entity type, in example invoice date, receiver name, total amount, raw values, data values as presented in the original document file, normalized values, data values in a normalized and standard format if applicable. Also can include enrichment from enterprise knowledge graph. Confidence value, how sure the model is that the values are accurate. Some entity types such as line item can also include properties which are nested entities such as line item unit price and line item description. Invoice parser, so in Cloud Shell we will create a file by the name extraction.py, and we will paste this following code. So this is the Python script which process an invoice document using Google Document AI and extracts structured data. It then presents the extracted data in a tabular format using pandas. So here we are importing the required libraries. So we need pandas. So we are importing pandas. So this is used to format and display extracted data as a table. Then we are importing Google Cloud's Document AI API. Next, we are writing a function to process a document using Document AI. So this is the function. So here it takes input parameters for Google Cloud Document AI processing and then returns a structured document with extracted text and entities. Next, we are setting up Document AI client. So here it creates a Document AI client to process documents. Here the API endpoint is dynamically set based on location. So for example, it can be US or EU. So here I have selected EU, so it will be EU. So it depends on the location. Then we are defining this. So here we are defining the processor path. It constructs the processor path. Here read the file into memory. So this reads the PDF invoice in binary mode. So RB is read binary. Then we are doing this load binary data into Document AI. So we are preparing document for processing. So this converts the binary file into a raw document object for document AI. Then we are configuring the process request. So here we are sending request to document AI. So this sends the invoice document to document AI. Then we are using this use the document AI client to process the sample form, and this returns a structured document with extracted text. So these are the input parameters. So we are configuring this project ID, project location, processor ID. So your project details we need to update it with the actual value. Processor ID should be the invoice parser, and file path is the local PDF file for processing. And then we are calling the function here. So this calls online process to send the invoice for processing, and we are extracting key value pairs from the document. So this initializes a list to store extracted data. Then we are looping through extracted entities, and then we are extracting additional details like invoice line items, customer details like name, address, and then we are formatting the data using pandas. So here this converts extracted data into a pandas data frame. Then finally we are printing the extracted data. So this displays the extracted invoice details in a structured table. So here we need to replace this invoice parser ID and project ID and project location. So first we need to create this file. So let's copy this file name. So this is our home directory. Here you need to click on new file and paste that extraction.py. So this will be the file name. Next you need to copy this code snippet and paste it here. So we need to update this project ID. The project ID should be this. So we will get in the lab, copy this. Location is EU and the processor ID. So we copied this processor ID to notepad, so that you need to paste it here. Next the file path will be this one. Copy this. When you paste the project ID, you ensure that you enclose it within double quotes. So you have to ensure that you enclose these values within double quotes. So let's execute that script. So you should get this output. So in a tabular format we are getting this. So this is how it extracted the data from that invoice. Next we will create a cloud storage bucket, and we will upload this output into a text file, and we will store it in a bucket. So for that we'll export the project ID first. Then we will create a storage bucket. Here MB means make bucket, and we need to execute gsutil command to create a storage bucket. Then we will create and upload the file using this. So we will execute this Python script, and we will redirect the output to this .txt file. Then we will use gsutil command, and cp command is copy, so it copies this .txt to this storage bucket. So let's copy this. Let me clear this. We'll be redirecting this output to a text file, and then we will copy this text file to a storage bucket. So now you can see it's creating a storage bucket. Now the operation is complete. So if you want to see, you can go to compute you can go to cloud storage, click on buckets. So there should be one bucket created and there should be one txt file inside that. So now you can see there is a bucket here. You click on this bucket. See, now there is this outputs.txt file. So once you complete all the tasks in this lab, you can click on end lab. So in this lab, we saw how to work with document AI, and we also saw how to create a form parser processor and extract the entities. I hope you found my video helpful. If you have any questions or if you face any issues with respect to any of the tasks in this lab, you can leave a comment under comment section. I will be happy to answer those questions. If you found my video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel and stay up to date with the latest content on this channel. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next video.